Mr. Transformers 96 here in the video, and we talk about a newly shown Star Wars The Black Series Vintage Collection item, and this time it's Jabba's Sail Barge. So this is quite cool. So this is something that was shown, about a month ago, I'd say. We did get kind of unpainted, prototype images of it. Now we have a full painted model, which means I really want to talk about it now. Before, when it was unpainted, there wasn't a ton to say other than, oh, it's cool that they're making this of the scale. Now seeing it painted, you can really get an idea of the quality of the item. So let's talk about it. As you can see, well, first of all, I do really enjoy the sail barge. As far as Star Wars vehicles go, I'm big on the MTT from the Phantom Menace, and then probably next onto that it would be Jabba's sail barge. Like, those are the two things that I've really always loved, and they're from scenes that I really enjoyed. So I do have the MTT that was made from Hasbro a while back, but now with the sail barge, I do think that it does look quite nice. Probably not worth the money though, because this one is incredibly expensive. It's $500. But before we go over price and value, just talking about the barge itself, looks excellent. It's got this kind of rusted, desert like worn feel to it, which I think looks very nice. I do like the little stands here, the clear posts to get it a bit of a floating type of appearance. I'm sure from a slightly higher angle looking down at it, you might not be able to see them very much, and then it would look a little bit more like it's floating, which is very cool. I do like the fact that you can have the sails on it. There is another picture without the sails, which just looks odd, but I do like it with the sails quite a bit. So here's another angle kind of towards the back, looking very nice. Get some better images of figures on it as well, because this is quite ripe for displaying your Jabba's collection. So yeah, so as you can see, you can take off the walls from the inside, and you get a look from the inside, which looks very cool. You get like kind of a prisoner area. This I would assume is like a kitchen, and then this, like with weapons on it, is kind of weapons room. Then you have Jabba's lounge area, and then you have a little statue of the Rancor. That's something I never noticed from the film, so that's kind of neat. That's a neat addition. But I think this is very cool. I've got a soft spot for these type of things where you can kind of like play with figures in vehicles. I just think that they're cool. I enjoyed doing that as a kid, so this does look very neat and kind of interests me. I do like the fact that it's available to do that. And you do have like stairs that lead up to the top section, which is very cool. I would have a ton of fun posing figures on this, because I have an extensive Jabba collection as far as the 3 3/4-inch figures go. It's one of the only things that, like, if there is another Jabba guard coming out, I will buy it. It's just like, for the most part, I don't do that with the other Star Wars figures, but for the Jabba's, kind of entourage, I very much enjoy doing that. So I do have a nice array of figures that could go on this and would look great, to be honest. So I even have like the heroes from the Jabba scenes that would be perfect for this as well. So part of me, I would love to get this just to like display the figures. It would be incredibly fun. But as you can see, it does look quite large inside there as well. Jabba himself, I mean, you do get like a Jabba figure with this. I've got plenty of Jabbas that I would put in here though. I can't tell if he's attached to that base or not. I hope he's not. But he does look very nice. I do like the paint on it. I would imagine it's a repaint of like the one that came in the Rancor set, something like that. But as you can see, here's an example of some of the guards on top. Without the sails on it, it does look very strange, so I don't like that at all. But you can take the sails off. As you can see, you of course get that blaster that Luke uses to blow up the ship as he swings off. So that's kind of neat. But overall, nice surface area up there. You can totally do a lot of displays and have a whole scene with Luke, kicking ass on top of it, which is kind of neat. So yeah. But as you can see, like this figure actually, this figure itself actually came with one of those guns. So if you have this figure, you have an extra gun that you can probably hook onto the sail barge as well. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, I do like it. You can even open up the control room. That's something that, of course, we never see in the film, but I do think that it's kind of neat. That's something that I probably would never utilize, but there's a lot of detail in there. As you can see, I do like the paint detail on this a lot. Looks like a lot of effort was put into it. So here's a closer look at Jabba in there. It looks like there's like a painting of Jabba in there, or like a carving of him. That's kind of cool. And you have a Gamorrean guard statue, like head sculpt on top there. That's kind of neat. And then there is a little figure there. That figure is exclusive to this set. Like when you buy this, you'll get that figure, like a limited edition figure, which is kind of neat. I mean, character-wise, I'm certainly not into them, but it's kind of neat that that it is available for this. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, looking intense. As you can see, you do have a whole weapons array rack, which I think looks very cool. And yeah, there's the exclusive, collector edition figure. So overall, I do think that this looks excellent. It looks really fun. I think that it looks like it's something that would be a joy to kind of mess around with. There's tons of cool things that you can do figure-wise and poses and stuff. I love the fact that it all opens up. If the paint is this good on like the final release, the painting looks excellent. This looks like a fantastic set. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely massive. The issue is it's $500, which is it's kind of a crazy price. Obviously, it's maybe big enough to warrant that, but just I don't know how many people are gonna purchase that because it's incredibly expensive, and then it's just like way too big because I don't know where I would put this. Like it would just be on the floor in my collection room, just taking up like so much space. So I would certainly love to get this, but I certainly wouldn't pay the price for it. So I would, if this was like 200 or something, I could see that being kind of reasonable. But 500 is a bit much, I have to say. But there you go. That's my thoughts on the new Hasbro from the Star Wars Vintage Collection, Jabba the Hutt Sail Barge. Let me know what you guys think of this item, and thanks so much for watching.